Well, hello there everyone. Today we have a very special video for you today because we have, what do we have here today, Luke?
We've got my new homeschool program for grade 2.
That's right, and so we're going to do an unboxing video and show you exactly what we get. Now, I'm doing this a bit early because Luke is just so keen to unwrap this whole thing and check it all out. So should we do that now, Luke?
Yes.
I'm going to try and make this a quick video and I'll put the video on screen because this is a pre-recorded video lesson. Comes with pre-recorded video lessons. So I'll put them on the screen as we go through the workbook so you can see what will the videos look like, but also what will the remote after workbook. I had a baby, by the way, 7 weeks ago, so these things she will probably appear in the video shortly because she's crying. Anyway, when you get it, you get these pamphlets and they show you exactly what to do when you start. So you don't have to be concerned about that. It's very easy to get started. You basically sign on to the Homeschool Hub and then you click the video lessons to do them in conjunction with the workbook. So what have we got here? This is a reading book. So this is grade 2 BJU press, by the way. And so it's a considerable step up from grade 1 BJU press. So I'll give them to you, Luke. You also get this itemization. I'll put it up to the screen so you can see it. Is that the right way? No, wrong way. And it shows you exactly what you get. So you get a lot for, I think it was just over $1,000. Now, if you are shipping to Australia, it will cost an extra $300. So it's about $1,000 plus about $200 postage. Now that's all in US dollars, so you need to add about a third for Australian. But if you are American, you actually get shipping for free, which is fantastic, and I think they're most of my audience as well. So these are the reading books that come with the reading course.
Your materials for today are your popcorn service words handout, some scrap paper, and your work text pages 7 and 8. Whenever I go to an amusement park or a theme park, one of the first things we must review quite a few of them to make sure you can read the words in the stories. And to help us review a few of those words, says care and can look after me. One time Max licked my arm when it swelled from a bee sting.
So if you actually look at this one, you can see you get reading, you get spelling with this one, you get handwriting, whoops, you get heritage studies, which again, because we're American, we'll probably skip a lot of those ones because not really relevant for Australians. You get English, math and science. So there's quite a lot of subjects in there to do. Do feel free to skip lessons if you feel your child knows the material. I do a lot of that. So you can see here's some more reading books for him to do. They're quite thick little things, so he ends up learning to read quite well by the end. Here you have student handouts. So you can see this is kind of wrapped, but inside what you get, if I just quickly unwrap this, then you will be able to see that. Oh. You get these handouts, and in the video they'll tell you exactly how to use them. So here's the video guide. They tell you what you need with it, and then these are the handouts that you can use with the course itself. All right, this is that's for science.
Today you need your student edition, pages 68 through 70, your student activities, pages 73 and 75 and 76, and your forces song handout. Have you ever slid something heavy across the floor? Now, what kind of force is being used on the object? Well, it is a push. Well, in today's lesson, we are going to learn another force that is happening when you push something across the floor. We're going to excavate our vocabulary now. And I found the word friction. they can cause something to stop moving. Forces, and we're going to talk about 3 kinds of forces and give examples of each. Rough surfaces, and how can you make more friction? By making a surface rougher. Look at your book. So how do you think that friction can be helpful? Well, car brakes make it possible for the car to slow down and stop, and that is very important. Well, it's very smooth, so it would have less friction. Look at the bottom of your own shoes. If you have good tread on the bottom of your shoes, you would have good friction.
That's handouts for reading. This is the assessment booklet, so you can kind of test him, and then you've got the answer keys as well, which are in conjunction with that. This is one of the activities books. So this is one of the workbooks that goes along with the video lessons. So you can see how beautiful and colourful they are, and the teacher will just tell your student how to do it. Luke is now 7.5, and he can completely set up all of his video lessons by himself, which is lovely for me. Makes it nice and easy. Here's the one for heritage studies.
For today's lesson, you need Student Edition, page 23. Hi, last time we learned about the reasons that families moved in the past and why families move today. People move for a lot of the same reasons. People also move to have just laws. This is the United States Supreme Court building. It decides if laws are just and follow the Constitution. This family is moving to be near Grandma and Grandpa. Family tree. As our family grows, so does our family tree. Now, do you remember where Martine's grandparents moved from? That's how you say brother in Spanish. Okay, so here's Martine with his siblings. What does that mean when this line up here is connecting them?
The heritage studies, again, nice and bright, and she will show you how to do all of that. Beautiful. And then what else have we got?
Spelling.
Spelling. Luke likes spelling, so we will do that one too.
And spelling words correctly is one way to communicate well and to honor and glorify God with your writing. Doesn't mean you stop practicing, does it? Hey, coach, I caught 2 in a row. I'm going home now. Bye. No. Does a runner stop practicing sprints because he got a couple good times? Short sound or their long sound? It's the short sound. Man, 10, dig. So look at these words. Flip, drop, spot. When you see that picture with the word spell it come up on the screen, you should have your spell it paper ready and your pencil ready. It looks like this. So you should have a paper and a pencil ready to go to take your pretest. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to give you this quick pretest just to see how much you already know, just short. Put down the letters that you think are most likely to make those sounds. Man. Number 4, trip. Don't trip on that cord. Can you tell me which of the letters of the alphabet are covered up? K comes before that. What comes after L? M comes after. Now we're going to do these just a little bit at a time. So it's time for your final test. Do you have your Know It handout and a good pencil ready? Notice that there are 18 lines here for your test and 2 double lines for your dictation sentences. Here we go. Here is the first word. Skip.
We actually found that we skipped the whole subject of handwriting last time because Luke's handwriting is sometimes better than mine and my husband's. So we're like, well.
Hi. Today, to start out our lesson, I'm going to air trace 3 letters. Watch.
Are you ready to start learning some uppercase and lowercase letters?
Here's the first word. Can you say it with me? What is this word? Okay, page 15 is a page that you should have out in front of you. Here are new letters for today. Let's start up there with the letters R, okay? First of all, let's look at the gray R's right here, okay? Can you finger trace them? Right. Okay, now go down to the N.
If he's got better handwriting than us, then we think that's fine. Plus, we're not into cursive, so we're just going to skip a lot of the cursive stuff too. Student handouts for math.
Let's get ready for math. In your Maths toolbox, you should have your counter kit with 20 beaver, construction mat, and then your work text page 17 and 18. What do you use your teeth for? Biting your nails? Chewing food? Now, beavers use their teeth for cutting and chewing as well. So instead of chewing it up as we do, beavers chew the bark from the trees, and they'll chew down trees near water to make their dams and lodges. Okay, let's write it together. Tell me what addend? 3 plus 2 plus 1. What do you notice that is different about this equation than the ones we've done before? Yes, there are 3 addends this time. There was Matt sawing a board, there were 5 guys laying bricks, and 4 of them hammering nails. Let's visualize it if you need to. We have 5 and 4 and 3. So our equation that you have written down is 5 plus 4 plus 3, and you have the answer? Yeah, we still have 11 nails. We didn't remove any of them. None of them fell off. None of them broke. Okay, I would have a plus 2, don't I? Let's try a couple of different secrets, and I'll show you how that sometimes it'll make the equation even harder, and other times the secret makes it easier. Here's one. 7 plus 7 plus 2. We get the same answer, so there's lots of different ways you can use your secrets to get the right answer. Okay? Now, can you do the same thing if we make our equation, instead of going back and forth, it goes up and down? Can we try that? 7 plus 3 plus 3. This is another way to write an addition problem, and you can add up or you can add down. Addends can be changed without changing the sum. And let's take a look at this first one. We have 2 plus 2 plus 8. There's our equation. And we grouped the 2. See the 2's there? And when you group them, they can become the 4. If I had these 2 and these 2, group them, and they become the 4. And then you have your 8. And what can you do? Math says use strategies to help you group. So if this is 8 and this is 4, we could make 10 by putting those 2 up there, and then we get the same answer whether we go down or up.
Do you like math, Luke?
Yes, of course we're doing that.
He likes math. Activities, again, handout for heritage studies. Good to see a little bit of geography and that sort of stuff in here. Assessments for that. Then we've got handwriting. Like I said, we do skip the handwriting in our household because he's just way too good at it. And I think to myself, well, why spend time doing that when you can spend it on something else like an entrepreneurial venture? Here's English.
For today's lesson, you need work text pages 13 and 14. Welcome back to English 2. Do you like mysteries? We have one called Clued In.
Hello, Detective Graham R. on the job. I'm on the trail of a cunning thief. Our sneaky crook stole a valuable book from this museum. See, it should be right here. They tell who or what is doing the action. If I can figure out how to arrange them, I might discover a useful message. The museum will...
I think right in between here. So let's see if we can get this written. The action part will have an action word, usually right at the beginning. Water drinks the horse. Ha ha. Complete thought, and a sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. All right, you should be on work text page 13, and again at the top, talking about sentences. The things to keep in mind, a sentence has to have a complete thought. Here, we already talked about the first one, God made animals. That is a sentence. You should have written cows chew green grass. If you got it correct, you can circle one of these creatures. Then, when you're all done, you will cut out whichever ones have a circle around them, and you will put them in the yard. We call this the review game yard. They're kind of like looking over the fence, and it'll look like that when you are all finished. Which is a sentence? A, eating delicious apple pie. Or B, my sister baked a pie. All right, you should be on work text page 37, and it says chapter review.
So last year they put English and handwriting and phonics together, but here they kind of split it up a little bit into different subjects, as you saw. Here's the math handbook. This will be the fastest unboxing video I think you will have seen, because I don't want to waste your time, but I do want to give you a little bit of a close up as to what you get when you get this incredibly massive box full of stuff for the whole year, which I like. Here's reading too. Again, like I said, they split, that was all together last year, but they put it all together. So it's really bright and beautiful, you can see. And we've got math. These are the tests, so you can see them down. I love this. You can see what parts he's not doing so well on and which parts he is doing great on. Student handouts for, this is Heritage Studies. Science, the science workbook with Mrs. Overley. I got to meet her a couple of years ago, which was lovely, in America during one of the conferences. They're just also beautiful. That's what I love about BJU Press. When I went to meet the video teachers and all the people around it, they just seem like such beautiful Christians. And for me, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, and he gives hope, and it is the way, the truth, and the life. And I love that that comes through so well in this material. It's definitely not secular. This is very much a biblical worldview. That's right. These are student manipulatives. So you get that. That means it's hands-on. So this child learns with their hands, which I really like. You can see they're all crack-outable. So you can see I'll see if I can. You can see you can crack them out, and you can learn with them. Ugh. And the good thing is when they get older, they can do it themselves. So you can see that's a manipulative. And he can do that, like now he's a bit older, I'll just give him the whole page and say, this is what you're going to crack out. And he can do all that himself, which is great. It just sort of encourages children to look after their own education. You just need to make sure they do it properly, really. There's so much in here, as you can see. These are spelling handouts, and these are to go with reading, basically. But they're a little bit of fun. So as you can see, that's it. If you want to order this, I'll leave a link down in the description box below, and you can do that, but hopefully that's given you a little taste. Now, if you do want to find out about other Christian homeschool curriculum programs, watch this video right here.
Can I have the box?
Can you have the box? Sure, why not?